Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are going to do a quick set of press-ons. Just fairly simple, fairly basic. It's a set in my size, so it's going to be short because I can't wear long nails. But we're also going to do a giveaway, a second giveaway, celebrating me reaching 100 subscribers. So the next giveaway after this one will be at 200. So if you're new here and you haven't subscribed, make sure you click that subscribe button. And even more so, if you're not new here and you haven't subscribed, why the hell not? Come on. Anyway, let's get into it. So these are the little nails that we are going to do. Like I said, super short, extra short ones, because I'm still not used to having long nails. I think I'm going to do some sort of like watercolor type thing, which I've not done before. But I do have the e-nail couture inks, which are super pretty. So let's try and do something with them. The e-nail couture builder gel that I got, that I swatched in one of my recent videos, is what I've got on my nails at the moment, along with some Hello Kitty, because why the hell not? And some of the little tiny, these white flowers are the ones that you get like 30 sheets, like small sheets like this. And you get 30 sheets in a set, and they do them in gold, silver, white, black, that kind of thing. And they're pretty nice. I am quite happy with them. I didn't think I'd like that builder gel very much, but it's actually turned out quite nice. Quite happy. So I have already buffed these and I have base coated them, and I'm going to do a white base on them. I'm just going to use my good old trusty canny. Sorry, the bottle is so dirty. I might actually try and clean it. Just one second. Okay, I'm back. So that looks a little bit better. It's not quite so grubby. I mean, it is chipped along the edges and stuff. But yeah, it's a polish that I got when I first started. I bought a few off, I think it was Vinted, as a bundle, and it's actually quite a good polish. I quite like it. You do have to be a little bit careful with it being a white. Oh, fluffalicious already. Get off. With it being a white, the same as black, although not quite as bad as black, it does tend to wrinkle in the lamp if you put it on too thick. I also tend to cure it for probably 2 minutes on a low setting. If you have one of those on your lamp, it's highly recommended for white and black. And just take your time, thin-ish layers. I mean, you don't have to go crazy. Black is definitely worse in my experience anyway. More fluff. Jesus. Get off. Oh, come on. That I'm lucky, hopefully. Still a little bit in there, but it's staying there. I'm going to try my best to stay in frame for this video, and hopefully it won't be too long. I know my last video was crazy long with the Temu haul, but there was a lot of goodies to get through. I'm going to try and stop hitting the camera as well. Oh. I'd love to see other people's setups, because I am really struggling getting that balance between me being able to see what I'm doing and you guys being able to see what I'm doing without going out of shot or whacking the phone on its stand all the time and making people feel seasick, and getting the lighting right and this, that and the other. So if any of you have got videos of your setups on your channels, comment below and I will come and have a nosy, because I am nosy like that. I think also in this video I will blather on a little bit and tell you a little bit about myself and how I ended up starting this channel, really, I guess. Um, so my name is Jo. Let's start there. I am 51 years old and I live in Oldham, which is near Manchester in the UK. And for most of my life, I have severely bitten my nails. And I mean, I don't just have a good chomp every now and then. They were almost always to the point that they were bleeding. I do suffer from anxiety and panic attacks. And it's one of my coping mechanisms, or it was. I finally managed to stop biting my nails in about August last year, July, August last year. And I've mentioned this in one of my other videos, I go to summer camp each year. And I was getting ready to go to summer camp and I wanted my nails to look nice and have some sort of camp themed nails. So that was a good motivation for me. So if you are trying to give up biting your nails, find something that you would like to have nice nails for. So some event, or maybe your birthday or Christmas or a holiday or whatever, and use that as your motivation, because that certainly worked for me. I mean, it was still difficult. It's a pretty hard habit to break, actually, surprisingly. I mean, it's a stupid thing to be doing, but it does become such an integral part of your life. You don't even realize you're doing it until your fingers start to bleed. So yeah, I managed to give up biting my nails and then started to get into nail art. And I've always been kind of arty and crafty, I guess. I used to do resin art and stuff like that, and acrylic pouring and things like that. So I suppose it was fairly inevitable that I was going to get into nail art when I saw all the pretty goodies that were available and all the cool things you could do. So yeah, I started collecting nail art things, mainly off Temu, the odd thing off Amazon, cheap stuff originally. And I've kind of built up my collection and I've started learning techniques, watching a lot of YouTube videos. And I mean, I'm certainly no expert, but I do like to try new things. Um, so yeah, watching YouTube videos, learning new stuff, finding sort of beginner friendly ones and trying that, seeing if I can make it work. And if I can't, then trying to find a way that it does work for me. I joined a few Facebook groups and things like that. I've met some lovely people. My kind of second home now on Facebook is the BR Nail Talk group, which is run by a lovely lady called Crystal, and she's managed to create this sort of non-toxic environment, which is rare for Facebook these days. A lot of groups, no matter what they're about, tend to be quite toxic environments, in my opinion. And Crystal's group is just super friendly, super supportive, very helpful, And there's some lovely, lovely people on there. Oh, this fluff. Get off. Fluff, it's an eyelash, I think. So yeah, get yourself out there, get learning, practice, practice, practice. There's still loads of things I'm really, really bad at, but I'm slowly getting better. And it is true with nail art. I do believe that practice makes perfect. There's some things that you can, sort of learn techniques and stuff, but even when you learn the technique and you know what you're supposed to be doing, if you've not got that muscle memory, then it's pretty difficult. Okay, I mean that's not perfect. There's a little bit of fluff in that one there, as you can see, but they're only going on me. They're not being sold or anything, so that will do. So I don't really have a plan for these, but I have these inks from Nail Couture. If you look at the bottom of them, you can see there is quite a lot of sort of metallic in there on them ones. And I have these that are they're not metallic. They're just sort of pastels. I'm going to do a kind of mix of both, I think, and just go for a sort of random-ish marble kind of effect. I have no idea how it's going to turn out. It might be really, really bad, but let's just have fun with it and see how we get on. I'm just going to use the bottle brush, and I'm going to throw it all over me, like, So the problem with these inks, they are literally like water. They're very easy to spill and splash, and I'm going to put some random lines. I'm going to try and do them all at once. This may not work, but we shall see. And what my plan is to get a few colours on and then kind of dab at it with alcohol and hopefully sort of blend and merge them together. These lids are really hard to get off sometimes. I don't know why. So I get a bit of that red in my blue there. Try and get rid of that. A bit of green. Not a big fan of green, but I'm also going to use a little bit of yellow. Right. I have this, which is it's actually a watercolour brush, but I have filled it with isopropyl alcohol. So now I am just going to go in and kind of dab and blend. Just try and merge the colours together without making them go muddy, which is not always easy. Way too much on there, so I am going to use one of my makeup brushes just to take some of that off. It's gone a little muddy there. I think the watercolour brush is probably not the right way to do it because it's putting too much on. So I'm going to try and find this. It's got a load of stuff on it. Let's try and get a brand new brush. Right, I'm going to try this with the alcohol. See if that works better. Again, not the right type of brush, I don't think. See, it's all a learning curve. It's all a learning curve. Just getting there, though. Just don't really want there to be any sort of harsh lines. That's the aim of the game. I actually quite like that one now. A little bit of trial and error, but that's what it's all about. It's all good fun. Those colours are muddied a little bit. You should probably try and put colours that sort of are going to blend well next to each other. All very different. I quite like them all. I am going to put a little bit of silver here and there. This is going to need a very good shake, preferably without wrecking the camera. And for this, I want a very long brush. So I'm just going to try and put some like little veins through it. I think I'm going to need a palette for this. Does dry fairly quickly, this. So you do need to move quite quickly. This brush is not good. It's got something on it. I presume it will be gel. It's not transferring quick enough. This might not work. I might have to use a liner gel. Get a little bit on there. It wants to be fairly subtle anyway. If I could just dip my brush into the bottle, would that work better? Possibly. The other thing as well is that the pigment is sinking in the bottle fairly quickly. It's okay because it does only want to be subtle. Just a little bit of shimmer here and there. Just going to give it a quick shake. Okay. Come on, focus. Just got tiny bits of silver flaking through it. I suppose we'd better sort of carry on with this giveaway, haven't we? Really, I forgot all about it. As per normal, I'm going to want a couple of pieces of information in the comments from you in order for you to be entered into the giveaway. And the first bit of information I want is just where in the world are you? It's up to you whether you put your city and your country, or just your country, or whatever. But just let me know where you are. The top coat that I'm using is the what's it called? Shiny top coat from Nail Couture. It is slightly moving the shimmer, so I am now trying to float it a little bit, and I may have to delegate this bottle of shiny top coat as a glitter one now, because it does have bits of glitter in it from the inks. But that's no big deal. I do have a spare bottle actually. And although I have issues with, I've had issues in the past with Nail Couture, I do love this top coat. In fact, I love all their top coats. It's a nice consistency, and it is pretty tough and pretty shiny. So again, because I'm quite tough on my nails, because I'm not a girly girl for a start, and I'm not used to having long nails yet, I am quite brutal on my nails, and a lot of top coats, I find they get scuffed easily and go dull, or they chip, or whatever. But this is pretty tough, and it's not the Dom top coat. They do a Dom top coat as well, which is supposed to be super tough. I do have it. I haven't used it yet. Let's get those in the lamp. So anyway, get back to a little bit more about me. I spent 10 years living in Spain on the Costa del Sol. I moved back because my mum has dementia. She was living in Spain too. But we needed, neither of us speak, that's a lot. Neither of us speak good enough Spanish, which is a little embarrassing considering I lived there for 10 years. But neither of us speak enough medical Spanish, particularly, to navigate what we would need to get my mum the right meds, etc., and the right care for her dementia. My mum is 78. We lost my dad about, wow, it's 15 years ago now. Amazing. Does not seem that long. To leukemia. I still miss him every day. But yeah, so we had to move back to the UK to get mum a diagnosis and everything else. She has vascular dementia and Alzheimer's, and she is progressively getting worse. Some days better than others. Some days she drives me absolutely balmy. But she always used to do that anyway before the dementia, to be honest. We both love animals. My mum's more of a cat person than a dog person, although we do have one dog, but she's mine. She is called Coco, and she is a Spanish water dog, which means she looks a bit like a cockapoo or a labradoodle, which I get asked a lot if that's what she is. No, she's not. She's an actual breed, not a, I don't know, designer mongrel. We have 4 cats. And I love animals, as I have mentioned in my previous videos. My other hobbies are, let me think. I go to the gym a lot now because since menopause, my belly just seems to be expanding at an alarming rate. I wouldn't mind if I could put some weight on somewhere else, like my boobs would be nice, or even my bum. But no, it all just goes on my belly. I used to be able to pretty much eat whatever I wanted. I was very, very lucky with my metabolism, but since menopause, it's just gone completely haywire. And now if I eat, I went through a series of weeks doing 600 calories a day, and I still didn't lose any weight. So I'm now trying exercise and going to the gym. I'm doing Zumba classes and circuit training, and I actually tried indoor curling the other day. Yesterday, in fact, it was quite fun. So I'll be doing that next week again. What else can I tell you? Oh, another hobby is motorcycling. I have currently, a bit weird. I have a Kawasaki GPZ 500. And I also have in the backyard, waiting to be worked on, a Honda CBR 600. Um, I've been a biker since I was a teenager, really. I do the odd bike rally and things like that, which are probably a little different in the UK than they are in the US. But let me know if any of you are bikers. Let me know. If any of you are into rock music, let me know. We can have a chat. I was a DJ for a long time as well. I used to do as a residency at some biker pubs, which was quite fun. And I was a DJ in Spain for a while as well, but that was just sort of cheesy karaoke stuff, which is great fun, but not very cred. But hey, I'm past the age where cred matters now. therapeutic, actually. So all that's left now is to do the silver again, which is a little awkward, but let's just get on with it. I wondered if it would be better if using the liner jar. I think that's too much, it's not subtle enough. So no, I'm going to keep with this. Get them top coated. For the second part of the giveaway, so you should know what you need for the first part. For the second part of the giveaway, I want you to ask me a question. It can be any sort of question. It can be nail related. It can be related to the UK, because I know a lot of you are in the US. If you're curious about anything in the UK, then let me know. Or it can be absolutely anything you would like to know about me, or about my nail journey, or about my life, or about my pets, or anything else. My hands look really manky now. I spilled yellow ink on me and it's got everywhere. Anyway, so that's your second part for the giveaway. Don't forget to like and subscribe as well. The two hands have ended up looking a little different. This one is a little more pale. This one's a bit more vibrant. Let me see if I can get them to focus in properly now that they're top coated. But, I mean, there is no right and wrong on this kind of design. You just get each nail to a point where you think, oh, I like that, and then stop. Come on, focus, pig. But, you know, it's fairly quick, it's fairly easy, it's not really technical, you're just throwing a load of stuff on a nail. What I will probably do, considering they have turned out so differently, is I will swap I'll swap them two and them two or something, so that they look a bit more cohesive across both hands. But other than that, like I say, just, you know, do whatever you like. I'm actually quite happy with them. I think they're very pretty. They are something that I will wear. So yeah, it's all good. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully this won't turn out to be such a long one. I'm going to try not to do too much editing. I have got a piece of glass, by the way, which means I've had to move my lights around a little bit, and I'm trying to block that glare off there with that brush wipe. Let me know if the glare is too annoying, because I know there's something going on down here as well. I'm not actually even sure where that is coming from. I think it's actually, I don't know, where's that? Oh, it's my spotlight on the ceiling. Not a lot I can do about that one then. So yeah, let me know if it's irritating, or what. I suppose I can always put one of my puppy pads, by which I mean these things, you know, these little paper things. Suppose I can always put one of those down when I'm filming, and just. But I think the glass is a great idea for general working on nails, particularly stuff with glitters and things like that, because it will just wipe clean, whereas the silicone doesn't. It sticks to it. I hate it. I'll see you in the next one, guys. I'll stop waffling and let you get on with your day. Have a good one. Bye. So I just wanted to jump back in now that they have been had the finished file. So just filed any of the rough edges under the sides and around the edge and just shape them and then put them in the case. I've labelled these left and right because my hands are slightly different, and I have swapped some of them around, the ones that I can, because they're not different sizes, and I think that looks quite cool.